I am on Reddit. Nobody asked me what I wanted to make my account. No pineapple 2890? Sure. Anyway, I said on this post, till that the phrase, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids, was never said throughout the entire original run of Scooby-Doo. Also, the phrase meddling kids was only used 3 times. So apparently the first time they said meddling kids was Scooby's Night with a Frozen Fright. But before we get to that, I commented on here. Who's here 2024? See you next year. As a 90s Scooby-Doo fanatic, I recently unearthed the idea that Scooby-Doo simulates how the government is always up to no good right in our faces. So blatant, a child could see the crime. Yet, nobody does anything, so they get away with it. But they wouldn't if we meddled in their business more. Anyway, my YouTube channel is Meddling Mamadou because I seriously thought the Unmasked said that phrase more often than not, only to realize they barely say it at all. Mind blown. Not even a handful of times. And they never say it in the 90s, which is what I grew up with. What the? I hardly remembered they said pesky kids, lol. The only practical way we could all predominantly remember past events being different from what we are shown told is brainwashing. String theory, but the string or framework is made of evil one world government. I mean, think about it. After a big premiere for a new movie or after an event, the news and commentators give their reviews and create or regurgitate plugs or phrases as a way to captivate the audience. It's brainwashing, hypnotizing. That's why we all remember certain mottos that were seemingly not there at all, but only implied. Like Luke realizing his father is Darth Vader. Darth never said, "Luke, I am your father," but I very vividly remember as a young girl all my brothers unwrapping Star Wars fan collectibles for Christmas or dressing up at Halloween and saying, "Luke, I am your father." I hadn't even watched Star Wars, lol, and I remember it as such. There's a reason we were all tied to these films and events by a common string. It's part of Mockingbird media. We all mock what the media says because it was designed that way, not because we are stupid, but because we've been lied to, deceived, poisoned, and brainwashed. It only takes 2 generations to rewrite history. They are so close to completely washing our history, but their I am God ego has tripped them up and we are waking up. I have faith. We have God on our side. Love to all who read this. Alleluia. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, did you think that they said meddling kids? Or, I totally forgot they said pesky kids. I just remember hugging my Scooby-Doo stuffy, sitting in his box that he came in front of the TV, just absorbing as much Scooby-Doo as I could. And now I realize that's normalizing just people being up to no good and like, you meddling kids, you blasted kids, as they said, which literally means, clearing an area. They blasted forest, blasting trees, but blasted not literally means annoyance. Like, you're an annoying little child for getting into my business. I would have gotten away with this if it hadn't been for you. And that's what we are. That's why I am meddling Mamadou, because, well, I am meddling in their business. And this guy right here. Do you know about Santa Claus? Do you know how Santa came to be? It was because Coca-Cola wasn't making enough sales, and they were saying in the wintertime, and they were, doing their business meetings, like, how can we make more sales? And they were like, oh my gosh, great idea. Let's create Saint Nick. Let's use the idea of Kris Kringle, who could pop his shoulders out of place and go down chimneys and steal presents, and Saint Nick, who would go around putting like oranges and stuff in people's stockings. So they combine someone who takes with someone who gives, and created this guy. Red and white because of Coca-Cola, not because it's Santa's favorite color, but because that was how they correlated Santa to Coca-Cola. And yeah, their sales skyrocketed. So that is where Satan's claws come from. And you know what? People are always like, oh my God, when I say like Santa spells Satan, just in different form. There's a movie with Jack Black where he is, oh yeah, let's just click this. Christmas movie. Dear Santa. Let's read the overview. Let's see if they're honest in it. A spelling mistake causes a letter to Santa to go to the wrong recipient in the new movie. Come on. Oh my God. Is this my first time using a computer? Maybe. In the new movie, wreak havoc on the holidays. In the new movie, now streaming on Paramount. And look, write letters, Santa. Okay. Let's click on this, see if they tell us what the mistake is. Nope. Nothing from Paramount on what the mistake is. So, look. Dear Santa, ending explained. What happens to Liam and his brother in this Jack Black holiday comedy? So, again, it's about a little boy who makes a spelling mistake on a letter he mails to Santa. Look, Liam spelled backward is M-A-I-L, male. For people who think they accidentally do these things, no, they absolutely do not. So here's MSN. Dear Santa is the latest Christmas film you can enjoy this holiday season. This quirky fantasy comedy has everything you expect from a holiday movie and more. It is both funny and dark, so it can help parents have some important discussions with their children about how Santa is Satan or what. More importantly, it stars Jack Black in a devilish central role whom we know from movies like School of Rock and Kung Fu Panda. He is every bit as entertaining as one would expect him to be. Directed by Bobby Farrelly, the film follows shy sixth grader Liam, male, struggling with his school and family life. He finds it difficult to overcome a recent tragedy. As he starts approaching Christmas, he expects a gift like every other year, so he writes a letter addressing Santa, but by mistake, but makes a serious mistake. So the letter falls into the wrong hands, which leads Liam on a strange adventure. A wicked man suddenly appears in his room and changes his life in many ways. The film's ending shows a little Christmas miracle, bringing Liam's late brother back to life. So a resurrection on the day of Jesus Christ's birthday. They have this movie with Jack Black and this little boy. Okay, spoiler alert, he writes the letter to Satan. Now, let's find letter to Satan, Jack Black. So, also, let's just see if we can find an honest review first before I spoiler alert the whole thing. Okay, look, I wrote Dear Letter to Satan and Dear Santa. When a young boy mails his Christmas wish list to Santa with one crucial spelling error, a devilish Jack Black. So see, they tell you, but they don't. To wreak havoc on the holidays. Okay, let's play the trailer. Are they going to show us what he says? There it is. To Satan. Okay, so everyone who says, oh my God, Brittany, you're being a little much, You're a schizo. Oh my God. Santa is so great. Like, no, he's not. He was created in the image of money, which is seemingly the root of all evil as far as I can tell, because we're run by a government, for one, that tells us we need to pay them taxes every time we make an exchange with money. Yet, and we're taxed 100% on our incomes while they get to write off all kinds of money. And there is no law anywhere, no tax code, no law that says we have to pay taxes. So, anyway, yes, they would have us worship this on a day that they pretend is for Jesus Christ. They would, because they don't care. They do not care. Nice and close up they got. There it goes. Where's my volume? It's not working. Of course it's not. So there he is. He comes in the room. So anyway, he pretends he's the devil. And then come to find out Ben Stiller is actually the devil. And he calls in this guy and he's like, yo, you're not me. Stop pretending to be me. So then he goes back and he like apologizes to Liam and then brings his dead brother back. So anyway, yeah. Things like this. Look, Jack Black is not Santa, but he is Satan. There he is. Like, why? I don't know. And there's just, you should watch it for yourself. Anyway, Mama Do out.